Hello, friends. Welcome to Cannin Plannin. This is Wendy. I'm hanging out here on my business page today. We are going to talk today about the Brain Dropbox. If you guys have been following me around for a hot minute, you know why I changed the name of that and why it's important to me. If you are new around here, hang tight and I'm going to explain all of that to you as we get going with our live today. So I'm going to pop in today, say hello. Again, this is Wendy with Cannin Plannin, and what you are doing here is probably learning some planning tips and tricks or basics to help you with better time management, especially if you are a direct seller, social networker, or a network marketer. So thank you for joining me today. We have been talking about the Brain Dropbox on this channel for the last couple of days. And if you are new around here or you missed the post from earlier in this week, we talked about why I call it a Brain Dropbox. And this is like, got to get real, friends. I am a boy mom and I have 3 boys. They are almost 20, 17, and 8. And they refer to the dump as their bodily functions. So as a mom in a planning world, brain dump did not sit well with me, and I had to change the topic for using that particular kind of information. So we call it a Brain Dropbox. Let me tell you about why I call it that and not anything else. If you guys have used the Photo Dropbox app or the ability to store files into one particular location, that's what a Dropbox is. And when I think about a Brain Dropbox, I think about the fact that I'm a mom. I wear many hats. I have many things coming at me at all times. One kid needs me to do this. The husband needs me to do this. I need to wash laundry. I've got meals to prep and fix. And I'm also running a business at the same time. So I keep those things all compartmentalized most of the time, but I am having to do all of the things all the time. And to keep those straight, we call it a Dropbox. We have the ability, just like your family members do, right? When you are organizing photos, is they can drop photos in there. So my kids tell me something, I have something on my work list, my husband needs something, all of that goes into one cohesive place, one central location for me to keep all of the information. And that is why I call it a Brain Dropbox. So if you are new around here, welcome to hanging out here and learning the etiquette of using a brain dump and being able to use that in such a way that you can be efficient with your planning. So we're going to talk more about this today. I have some banners up, so I want to kind of walk through the different ideas. So we're going to talk about understanding what the Brain Dropbox first is. This is an opportunity for you to clear mental clutter. And today, you guys, if you're watching this today, it's January 8th. 2024. If you're watching the replay, fantastic. But on January 8th, 2024, it was National Clean Off Your Desk Day. And you can really liken doing a Brain Dropbox to cleaning off your desk. It's clearing that mental clutter. It's getting rid of all of that nonsense that you have going around up there. And one of the things that I've learned about doing a Brain Dropbox is that your brain is really wired to be problem solving. It's not meant to be a storage facility. And if you are one of those people that has one of those fantastic memories where you can store all the things up there, you have separate file folders, and it kind of looks like, one of those movies where the cartoon pulls the file box out and it goes forever and ever and ever. If that's what your brain looks like, fantastic. I can tell you that right now that my brain does not look like that. And I need it to problem solve with because that's the purpose that it was designed for. So if you are a direct seller, you wear many hats like me. Maybe you are leading a team. Maybe you are just an affiliate marketer and you're trying to manage your social media while also running a full-time job. Maybe you have team responsibilities. Maybe you are also creating your own website right now, or maybe you are working on some big goals, doing email marketing, all those kinds of things. That's different compartments of the same general vicinity. And so we want to kind of break that down and have a place to do all of the thinking in, right? And doing the problem solving. So I want to talk about what the weekly brain dump process is. And what the process is taking a set of time. I use anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes, depending on how much time I have. Usually on the weekends, it's going to be longer because I'm planning for my week and I need to have some ideas to go through. If you are doing a daily brain dump or a brain Dropbox, it might be something that's quick and easy. Maybe you only need 2 minutes, but the whole point is to sit and write and get all of those things that you have collecting in your head onto paper. The importance is that the importance of it is that you have dedicated time to do this process. And it's really necessary that when you are in the process of doing a brain Dropbox that you don't have any distractions, that you have some focus time so that you can really leak all those things that you have in your file onto paper so that you can work through it. Now, what do you need in order to do a brain Dropbox? Two things: something to write with and something to write on. And I've brought a journal with me here today. We're going to talk about this in just a second. I just brought a lined journal for me to share with you. And if you watch the video I did on Friday, there's a couple of different journals that Tula XII has available. They are either a dot grid or a lined. Both of them are fantastic for utilizing for doing a brain Dropbox. So what I want to talk about, and this is going to be a freebie for any of you that are watching or catching the replay, is I'm going to share with you guys a Dropbox trigger list. So what is a Dropbox trigger list? Well, maybe you're sitting down for the first time to do a Dropbox and you're like, I'm not quite sure how to do it. And you need something to help you trigger the thoughts in your head. So these are some of the ideas that I put together in creating a Dropbox session. So you can set a timer and write about your family. You can write about activities, your children, your spouse or significant other, pets, extended family, extracurricular activities, school. So if I were to do this right now, we're in the middle of basketball season. I am helping my middle son with graduation, helping my oldest son with some contacts for his summer job and helping him to get some different ideas for what he's doing for that and to help be a sounding board for him. Other things that I have going on right now are senior parent meetings. So I'm part of that. My middle son is also going to Japan. So I'm part of the Pendleton Cultural Foundation Club and helping them do fundraising. So that's a lot of things that I have going on for family. At the same time, I have some events going on. It's my mother-in-law's birthday today. Anniversary and birthdays start for my family next week or next month. So that will get a little extraneous. Graduation, I do have one coming up in June, so I need to start planning for that. So depending on what you are doing for your brain Dropbox at the moment will determine what you are going to utilize this particular trigger list for. If you need it for business, if you need it for just family and you're trying to get all your thoughts out onto paper, that's a fantastic way to do it. So I've brought my pen and my paper. Again, this is just a lined journal. This is the Anchor journal from Tula XII. And the whole purpose of doing this is to just sit down and write. And what I love about doing a brain Dropbox is it could be bulleted. So you could just be writing and you let the thoughts flow. So I have my youngest son, his birthday is in February. So when I am starting, I could go February birthday. Well, his birthday also happens to be on my anniversary date. So I have some things I need to plan for my anniversary. Okay. It will lead me to think about date nights. Okay. What about date nights? Do we want to start incorporating them again? My husband and I used to do them every Thursday. We don't do them as much anymore. So is that something that we want to start recreating? Which will lead me to think about gifts. Okay. And then maybe teacher gifts because I have those things going on. And this is really truly how a brain Dropbox works for me. I just kind of let the thoughts flow onto paper. What you will realize that when you are doing a brain Dropbox is that it is not about organizing it. We're going to talk about organization next week. This week, we're specifically talking about the brain Dropbox and the purpose of it. So I don't want you to get caught up in organizing it and trying to make sense of it. Just let the words flow onto paper, set your timer for 10 minutes or so, and then work through it. After you get that written, that's when we're going to go through the process of organizing and trying to figure out what it is that we want to do with the things that we've written on that list. And we're going to talk about that next week. If you found this informational helpful, please feel free to share it out, and I will see you guys all next time with Cannin Plannin.